happened earlier this morning, there was an interesting back and forth because remember, this is a case about a woman who is accused of helping to murder Ashley Biggs. And Biggs had been in a relationship with Stefanko's now former husband, Chad Cobb. Cobb and Biggs share a minor daughter, and we believe that this daughter is going to testify. This is the back and forth from earlier today in the court about the testimony of this key witness.
Now, Attorney Adele, we are now going to address this change of request for GC to testify in person. I do want to note for the record that in previous discussions leading up to trial, and noting that on November 5th, you confirmed that in addition to the court's preparations based on the information provided to the court, that this position that you have taken or GC has taken is truly 180 degrees different. And so I really want to have an understanding as to the interests that your client has, and I do believe we have an obligation to protect her, and so I want to have a very clear understanding why this change in request. And we do want to note, early Friday morning, the state of Ohio at that time filed a motion to conduct voir dire in its entirety. It was actually filed late Thursday evening on the 12th. We addressed it Friday morning with the jurors present and waiting. At that time, the state of Ohio did file a motion to conduct voir dire virtually in its entirety and to have all witnesses appear remotely. Attorney O'Brien then had noted an objection. I overruled the state's motion at that time. That's on the record. It speaks for itself. I then asked Attorney O'Brien, knowing that the court has denied that, is your objection moot? He indicated, yes, Your Honor, that is correct. So, there is no dispute that GC is a victim, a minor, and a witness in this case, and she is afforded certain protections under the current state of the law. And she requested to testify remotely on October 2nd, 2020. And I want to read a note from your motion. It says, GC is also requesting that the court permit her the option of testifying using video conferencing technology pursuant to her constitutional rights to safety and reasonable protection from the accused due to fear of defendant. GC is a 15-year-old child who at the age of 7 witnessed defendant's plan and assist in carrying out the murder of GC's mother. As the surviving daughter of the deceased murder victim, GC was directly and proximately harmed by the murder of her mother. At the time of the crime, defendant was GC's stepmother. GC was, and still is, gravely afraid of defendant because how defendant treated GC when GC was in her care and due to the defendant's role in GC's mother's murder. Due to the age of GC, the relationship of GC to defendant, the violent nature of the crime at issue, GC respectfully requests that this court fulfill its duty to protect that testifying child victim from trauma throughout the trial by exercising its broad discretion to provide the victim with the option of testifying using video conferencing technology.